friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I'm so happy to see you today. I hope you are doing awesome, and I hope you and your loved ones are taking care of the best that you can. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you had a good weekend. I am coming on here today with a little bit of a yarn haul. I actually did a yarn swap with somebody local to me, just traded some yarns. I traded some yarns that I wasn't like thinking I was probably going to use anytime soon. I've had for a while. I have a lot of, so I still have plenty of them, and I just kind of thought it would be fun to do a little yarn swap. I'm really excited because I got some yarns that I think are like older. I glanced in the box. Like, obviously I know what's in here from the picture, but I haven't gone through the box of yarn itself yet. And I think some of these are older yarns, so I'm pretty excited that I was able to get them. So let's just jump right into it. Let me know down in the comments what you're working on, if you're doing anything crafty, or if you're just hanging out, or if you're having a drink of something. What are you drinking? Just let me know what you're up to. So the ball band is wanting to come off of this one. Oh, and I'm making it worse. I'm tearing it. So, this yarn lot has a lot of like novelty yarns in it. I really like these types of yarns. They remind me of when I was a kid, when those scarves were really popular. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The scarves that were made out of this, they were really stretchy, and they were like a loop, you know, like it was worked in a circle. You know what I'm talking about? Worked in a continuous round, like a tube. That's the word that I'm looking for. I was like, a loop is not going to explain what I'm trying to say. They were worked in a tube. They were super stretchy. I loved those, and I think they're so fun. Well, there's like pretty good amount of yarn like this in here, but I've never seen this brand before. It's called Gala yarns. It's 100% polyester, but it's got a Big Lots $1 tag built into the label, which means this was a Big Lots brand yarn. I never crocheted at a time, as far as I know, I never crocheted when they carried Big Lots yarn. I wasn't even aware that that was a thing. So I thought that was really cool. This label has been taped on where it was coming off, and it's like part of the yarn is like taped under it. It's like doubled over. So I'm not sure if it's the full skein or not, but that's this color. I don't know if this color has a name. Not that I'm seeing. If it did, it may be covered, but this would be 50 grams. I honestly do think all 50 grams are here, and that the label probably tore, which it is trying to tear right now in a couple spots, but this is one of them. And I got a few. Let me see if I can get, if the colors are all gathered up. I got 2, 3. Oh, this is actually a different one. These are definitely the same yarn. That is so funny. Okay, so this one says Premier Diana Space. I'm assuming that's a space. And then it has the little dollar sticker on it, which I think this may be a Big Lots dollar sticker. 100% polyester, 50 grams. This is the color and the dye lot. But guys, these are the exact same yarn, which is so funny. I wish this one wasn't coming out of its ball band so much. But when I try to get it in the ball band more, here, maybe I could do it like, just kind of work it down. These are definitely the same yarn, like 100%, not even a question. That is so funny that they have different brands on them. So this one is Premier, and then this one says Gala yarns, but those are 100% the same yarn. That is so funny. And then there's one with no ball band, so you can kind of see the yarn a little bit more. So I've got 4 of these, maybe enough to make a scarf with. And then I've got this one, which is so pretty. This is Patons. I've worked with Patons one other time. I got a skein of it from, or I got a couple skeins, like little wool skeins from Ollie's, and I used it to make a bear sweater. It was so cute. I put one of them in a giveaway too. So this was the Firework Patons, or is the Firework Patons, and it says learn to knit on it. It just has knitting instructions, 50 gram net at a standard condition. Hand wash only, rinse thoroughly, 70% polyester, 30% nylon. Dry in flat in shade, do not iron, do not bleach, do not wring, do not spin dry, do not tumble dry. And then it's just color 4. So it doesn't have a name for the color either. But look at that. Okay, I know, I make too many things that I try to make look mossy. But you guys, that's mossy. That is a moss yarn. That is so fairy vibes. I love mossy stuff because to me, mossy stuff goes really like in with fairies. And I just absolutely love fairies and fae and fairy tales and stuff, you know. I love my fantasy. So absolutely love that. That is so pretty. I'm not sure if there's more of that one in particular. Here's another Gala yarns. And that is another one that would make a beautiful grassy kind of vibe. Grassy, mossy. I got 2 of that one. So this one would also make a pretty scarf. I've got, this is another Big Lots yarn. This is another Gala yarns mixed fiber. This one is acrylic, polyester, and nylon. By the way, let me see. Yes. So all of these Gala yarns have been made in Turkey. This Patons was made in China, but all of the Gala yarns have been made in Turkey. So this one has like a pretty thick strand that runs through the fuzzies or through the hair. You see that? It's like almost like a knitted strand on its own already. And then that would be a beautiful teddy bear yarn. Ooh, this is 50 grams too. I love that. That is super gorgeous. That would be a pretty teddy bear. All right, let's see. We've got this blue one, which doesn't have a label on it, but I'm just going to go out on a limb. And I'm going to say it's probably this Gala yarn because it looks, the Gala, not that one. This gray one I showed you guys was a little bit different. But these ones, this is what their like core kind of looks like. It's a little bit skinnier than the one I had shown you. And the core on this blue one, it's really hard to show with all the fuzz. It looks the same to me. But look how beautiful that blue is. Gorgeous. And I can, of course, combine some of these too. Like if I don't have enough to make what I want to make, I can always mix it up. Now, this was a lot of yarn that I traded, so not all of them are as exciting to me as some of the other ones. This one looks like it's got mohair. No, it says it's 100% acrylic, but it's... maybe it just really needs to be cleaned off. I don't know. It really looks like mohair to me. Because look at all the... you guys see all the like white strands? They don't look like they're just stuck to it. They look like they're part of it. I have yarn that looks really similar to this. I think it was the Fireside yarn. Or something about like a campfire or something. And there's like little shreds of paper or something in here. There was one in a different yarn too. I don't know. But yeah, this would make a really pretty moss yarn as well. I am going to put all of these in a bag and put them in the freezer just in case there are any unwanted guests. Just so you guys aren't worried. Especially when I get older yarns. I try to make sure that I do that. Because people don't know. Like, I don't think anyone would do it intentionally. But, like, I just don't want to take a chance of any critters. Okay, I have never heard of this one either. Taboo. Cleckheaton Taboo. Interesting. Okay. 62% acrylic, 30% wool, 15% polyamide, 3% viscose. Shade 5051. And I think, yeah, this one also only has knitting instructions. But it looks like these. It's got like a little bit of a brown core that runs throughout. If you guys can see that. a brown cord that runs through this like really pretty lavender purple. So that's cute. Let's see. Some furry gray yarn with no label. This one is like not shiny like this one is. That would be another good amigurumi like teddy bear type of yarn. This one I was really curious about. Okay guys, sorry, I was getting a phone call. This one was one that I was really interested in because I couldn't really see much about it from the pictures. But this is what it looks like. And then it's interesting. It has this thick, kind of like a blanket yarn strand, but then it's connected to this like netted strands. Isn't this so cool? And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I really like it. I'll probably put it in like a hat or something, because I just think this is such a cool novelty yarn. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I just call anything like interesting and like out of the normal a novelty yarn. I don't know if there's like more of a specific to it than that. Oh, and it changes color too. So it's like yellow and green, like a light green and yellow. And then it's got like a darker green and like a gray. So it's like variegated. Really cool. The colors aren't necessarily my cup of tea, but I really like the intrigue of the yarn. If you've ever worked with yarn like this, let me know what you did with it. I like the idea of putting this in something scrappy where I like change yarns frequently. You guys know I am a sucker for a scrappy hat project, like a boho kind of vibe. But I don't know if this yarn, would this get like its full moment in a hat? Like, I don't know. What do people usually do with this kind of yarn to like really like, you know, give it its full like so you can really like see it, you know what I mean? Like, what is the ideal use for it? I'm assuming it, you know, it's not all spread out. Maybe if you use like a really big hook, I'm assuming it probably looks more like this. But I'm so interested with that. I think that could be really cool. All right, I'm like, feel like I'm reaching into a mystery box. Ooh, this is so silky. What the heck? This is like the silkiest thing ever. So no label. You can see how bright and shiny this is. Like, it is just like screaming. It's like a red fuchsia kind of color almost. Leaning more towards red, but definitely got a pink to it. So I would say like kind of like a fuchsia. That is beautiful. This is a really solid ball up of yarn. So I have a feeling this is probably a full skein. It probably is just missing the label and needed to be balled up, needed to be like rolled back up. This is beautiful. Oh, right. This one. Oh no, it's coming. It's coming open. Or it's falling apart. It's all falling apart. You're making it worse. Oh no. Oh, it's because there's two. Okay, so there's two of these. Very much novelty yarns in my mind. This is basically entirely ripped, so I'm just gonna rip it that last little tiny bit so that I can get it off. I need to separate these. These two are trying to mingle a little too close together. All right, so let's see what we've got going on. Okay, good. There we go. Now I can redo it. So this is really cool too. It's gold with black. Yeah, I would say that's black. It's gold with black. And I would consider this also a novelty yarn. Like I said, I consider this lot to be mostly novelty yarn, which is why I wanted it, because I just think these interesting yarns, typically a lot of times I find when I get them, at least because I get them secondhand, a lot of times they're older yarns too. I just think they're so fun and cool, and like I can see them being such like fun additions to things. I like to double strand like these kinds of novelty yarns with other yarns and projects, or like I said, scrappy hats. you know, like witches hats, pixie hats, you know, all the different types of hats that you can like do like all the different yarns, you know, changing it up. So this is Lion Brand Trellis yarn, a shimmery lacy ribbon yarn for knitting and crocheting. Lion Brand Trellis. There's actually instructions in here for a knit triangle shawl. This is considered a 5 bulky, definitely because of it just being weird. It's 100% nylon, and it is in the colorway of champagne. This definitely looks like a more old ball band to me. This is made in Italy. Ooh la la. So here's all the deets if you guys wanted any of that stuff. Very cool. I know that they make yarns like this still. So even if this is an older yarn, if you like wanted it, you could definitely find some. You could definitely find something like this. That is pretty. Oh, it's actually got like a silver and a gold. So it's actually not just gold and black. It's like got silver squares and gold. So they considered it champagne, which I think the overall effect of it, I would definitely agree. You could consider it like a champagne. This is another Gala Yarns mixed fiber. This is a fuzzy yarn. This was another one of those Big Lots dollar yarns. 50 grams, made in Turkey. This is incredibly, incredibly soft. Like super duper crazy soft. Colorway. It doesn't have a colorway whatsoever. Like it doesn't even have a number or anything, guys. Here's the ball band. Okay, so you've got, you know, your label. You've got your care instructions, made in Turkey, 50 grams. You've got your, this came from Big Lots, little blurb, and that's it. So no colorway. That's super, super soft. There's a couple of like lace yarns in here. Or threads. So we've got this pink thread. No label, but I would just assume probably cotton, maybe nylon. And then we've got these, which need to be fixed a little bit. They are very, very thin. This is like, I've never used anything this thin. This is thinner than lace weight. I don't know if maybe you double, like maybe I could double strand it or something. This is Busilla Instant Tweed, 82% rayon, 72% rayon, 28% nylon. To combine with any Busilla yarn, 200 yards, machine washable. So my assumption of what this is basically a separate core for your yarn. So it says to use it with other yarns. I'm assuming this is like a core to help you be able to use your yarn. Like I like to double strand Novelty yarns. Trying to tuck this in so that it doesn't just come undone. You know what I'll do? I'm just going to tuck it into the middle. It's on like a little cone. I'm going to hold this one up so you guys can look at it while I read the stuff from the other one. It's a really interesting color. Okay, buy sufficient lots to you, or wait. Fashion note, use one strand of instant tweed with any Busilla yarn to create an exciting new look and texture. Will not change the established gauge. Okay, so it's literally just for aesthetic purposes, just to add a little bit of bling. There's really not much detail on here. Color 3, I think. This is definitely an older yarn. So that's the details. And this is the yarn. Instant tweed. So it's to add a tweed effect. I guess I overthought it. It's literally in the name. But really pretty. It's interesting. It's like kind of a goldish color and kind of a silvery white color together. So that is cool. How many grams are in here? Does it say? 200 yards. Look at me over here trying to go by grams. I'm just used to these like little weirder like novelty yarns and stuff going by grams. All right, and then we've got another Patons yarn. This one is Foxy. This is really soft and it's got like a sheen to it. This has all the same info as that other Patons yarn, I think, because it's got this exact same like little box. But maybe that's just the way that they did it on these. So hand wash only, rinse thoroughly, dry, flat, and shade, do not iron, do not bleach, do not wring, do not spin dry, do not tumble dry, 100% acrylic, made in China. So yeah, same details. This is color 3. This one's not as exciting, but it's, I mean, it's a nice yarn. It's soft. And I think this one is one of the ones I was the most excited for. I want to save that for last, actually. So I've got one more. This. This feels like scratchy. I'm assuming that this is wool. I don't know though. It is so scratchy. It is a big ball of something, and I don't think I will use this, to be completely honest. I think this is probably going to go on to greener pastures. I'll pass this on to someone else because this is not my cup of tea. I'm not like a big fan of this color, and I don't like the way it feels. So big ball of scratchy. That's the least favorite. And then I want to show you guys that one of the things I was excited about. So this is going to be the same as that champagne yarn that I showed you guys. So it was Lion brand. I mean, I'm assuming it may not be the same. It may be a different brand. But there's some of this, what did they call this yarn? What did this yarn be called? Trellis yarn. Lion brand trellis yarn. Like I said, I could be wrong. It could be a different brand, but it's at least very similar. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be like stacking it up right in front of your eyes. Can't see anything anymore. But there's a rainbow one. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Okay, I freaking love that. This colorway, that's up my alley. I love that. So it's got like an ombre rainbow effect. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can see that. That is so pretty. It's shiny, rainbowy, beautiful, and black thread. So I'm just going to wrap that around here. And that is my yarn haul. What do you guys think? I am so happy with that yarn haul. Love it, love it, love it. So much fun for like scrappy projects, novelty, maybe some funky hats, funky scarves. I love it so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today while I went through my yarn. I'm gonna put this all in a baggie in the freezer, just to make sure that it's all critter free and like good. I'm not seeing anything, but not worth taking a risk. So put it in there for a couple days and then it'll be good to go. Let me know what your favorite one was. What was your favorite and what was your least favorite? Also, had you guys heard of the Big Lots, of Big Lots having their own yarn, like to the point where it's literally part of the label? I did not know that was a thing. I'm assuming that's older. But I'm super duper excited. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and you guys stay safe. And I hope you guys are doing good. Mwah! Bye.